Thank you for buying the Svengali deck, or short and long. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do the trick. But first of all, let me perform the trick for you. So here I've got a deck of cards. As you can see, every single card is different. What I'd like you to do is just to say stop.
Stop.
Stop. There we go. Thank you very much. You have stopped at, have a look at it. That card there, the Jack of Hearts. And put it in the middle, and I want you to press the button on the top. The Jack of Hearts has gone to the top. Here, we'll do it one more time. I'll put the Jack of Hearts in the middle. I'll put the rest of the deck on top. Press the button on the top. And the Jack goes back to the top. It's a miracle. Here, we'll do it one more time. We'll get rid of the deck, and we'll get somebody else to pick a card. Can you pick a card for me? Just say stop.
Stop.
There. Have a look at it. What card have you picked? You've picked the Jack of Hearts again. Okay, we'll put it back in the middle. We'll do something else. Let's do the King of Clubs. I'll take the King of Clubs. I'll put the King of Clubs down. Can you put your hand on top of that for me, please? And I'll take another card, and when I rub, the King of Clubs is now here. Have a look in your hand. It's the Jack of Hearts. It's a miracle. In fact, this time you can do the trick again for me. I'm going to spread the entire deck on the table, and I want you just to put your finger wherever you want. There. Now, do you want to go one more? You want to carry on? There. Okay, we'll go there. That is where you stopped. If you'd have gone one further, you'd have ended up on the King of Hearts. If you'd have gone one less, you would have ended up on the Ten of Hearts. But you stopped just there, which is the Jack of Hearts. I'll let you in on a little secret. The way this trick is done. It's a lot easier when you use an entire deck full of the Jack of Hearts. And that's how to do the trick. So let me explain how the trick is done. When you open up the deck of cards, you will see that this is not an ordinary deck of cards. Every other card is the Jack of Hearts. So the first thing you want to do is go through the deck of cards and check that every other card is the Jack of Hearts. If for some reason there isn't, and for some reason you've got two cards next to each other, then you need to make sure you put a Jack of Hearts in between. So every single card in between has a Jack of Hearts. And the way this trick works is that the Jack of Hearts are smaller than the other cards. And if you look down the side, you can see that they are smaller. And then when they fall, they always fall in twos. So this card here will always be a Jack of Hearts. When this one falls, it's always a Jack of Hearts. And so on, and so on. So wherever they stop will be a Jack of Hearts. So when you say to the person, say stop, even though it looks like they're all different, wherever they stop will be the Jack of Hearts. So the hardest move in this entire trick is just letting the cards fall. So I'll show you how to do that. You hold the deck with your strong hand. I'm left-handed, I'm using my left hand. But with your 4 fingers or 3 fingers on the bottom, your thumb on the top, and then your first finger put some pressure on the deck. And then all you're going to do is with your thumb, is you're going to release the pressure, almost like you're flicking through the pages of a book. And when you release the pressure, the cards start to fall. And all you have to do is just practice this move over and over and over again until it gets smoother and smoother. And that's it. And when you start getting quite smooth with it, oh, one of the jacks has fallen out. There we go, it goes in there. When you start getting smoother with it, it'll soon do this. That's all you have to do, is just practice that one move and you can do the entire trick. A little tip for you as well, when you let the cards fall, this hand, it's good to be just below the hand with the cards. So it just, and widen your hand as wide as it can go, so it really catches it like a net. Like so. So now that you can do that move, you can do most of the routine. So let's do it. So we go through and we say stop, and they say stop wherever they want. And then you get them to take the card, the Jack of Hearts. They put it inside, and then you say to them, push the top button. Now, the top card is always the Jack of Hearts. Even if you cut the deck, the top card will always be the Jack of Hearts. That's almost a trick in itself. You can cut the deck. Now, when you cut the deck, you have to kind of riffle up the deck a bit to make sure that the bottom card is not the Jack of Hearts. If you cut the deck and the top card and the bottom card is the Jack of Hearts, you've got a slight problem. So you're just trying to riffle the deck like that, bottom card there, and cut the deck. So you can cut the deck whenever you want, and it's always the Jack of Hearts. So they can pick a card, and then it's always on the top. And then all the other moves, you can watch the explanation back again, and you can watch that over and over again, and you can learn it move by move. But let's go through it very slowly right now. Say stop for me, stop. Have a look at the card, put it back. Push the button on the top of the deck, it's the Jack of Hearts. We'll place that Jack of Hearts in the middle, and we'll put the other bit of the deck on top. You can push the button again, and it goes back to the top. This time, we'll do something different. We'll get rid of the Jack of Hearts and we'll try a completely new trick. Can you say stop for me? Stop. What have you picked? Oh, you've picked the Jack of Hearts. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll put that in the middle, and then we'll do this. Now, this is the second move you need to learn in the trick, which is what is known as a double lift. I turned over this card like this, but actually I turned over two cards at the same time. So the move looks like this. Here I have the Jack of Spades. I will put that down, and it turns into the Jack of Hearts. Now that is a double lift. So what I actually did there is I put two cards turned over, like so, and then I took the Jack of Hearts and put it down there. So the way in which you do that, easiest way to do that is to put your thumb at the back, your middle finger on top, and your first finger on the back, and put a bit of pressure and try and pick up just those two cards. Now the first time you do this, it will be tricky and you will struggle doing this, but the more you practice, you put your thumb on the back, middle finger there, first finger there. I show them the top card, which is actually two cards, if you can see from the side. I put that down, I do this. That is now the Jack of Hearts. I wave this card. It looks magical, but it's the Jack of Spades. And there is the Jack of Hearts. So you can do that move whenever you want. So you can say, here is the top card, the Jack of Spades. I'll put that down, give it a rub, changes to the Jack of Spades here, and the Jack of Hearts is here. And then one other move you might want to do is you put the Jack of Hearts in the middle, and you say, why don't you find the card? Now, I'm going to do this move here where I drop all the cards. Now, because of the way they fall, every single one of these top cards here is a Jack of Hearts, every single one. So wherever they touch will be the Jack of Hearts. Now, the way I'm doing that move, so what I do is I say, I'm going to spread the cards. Let's do it a bit smoother than that. I say, I'm going to spread the cards. Just run your finger along and touch one card, and they touch there. Now they have genuinely touched the Jack of Hearts, and then I show them the card before it is a different card, and I show them that the card after it or underneath it was a different card, but the card they stopped at was the Jack of Hearts. So I say, so the way to do this move is to, like the cascade move you were doing at the beginning, it's exactly the same, but moving your hand this way. So I'm doing the exact same thing, 3 fingers on the bottom, first finger on the back, thumb on the top, and I'm just dropping the cards onto the table instead of onto my hand. That is the only difference. And then very finally, I showed you that the entire deck was all the Jack of Hearts. The way to do that move is, at any time I take the top card, which is always going to be the Jack of Hearts, I put it onto the bottom of the deck, I turn over the deck to show the Jack of Hearts, and I do the cascade move that we've been doing right from the beginning, but this time, instead of doing it with my finger on the back of the cards, I do it with my finger on the face of the cards, and then I cascade them like so. And they're all the Jack of Hearts, and then all I have to do is take the bottom card, put it back on the top of the deck, and then I'm ready to start the trick again. So that is it. It's a great, great trick. I hope you have fun, and I hope you really, really fool some people with this. Enjoy.